And now give a warm welcome to a really big person. Well, at least her heart is big. Give it up for Linda!
That's my boy. So don't be confused that I look like a girl today. Tomorrow I'll be homeless again. So I don't know if you remember my birthday. I was in a common room and Regina asked me, how old did you get? And I said, 20. And she said, no, you're 12. But there's this thing that divides me from 12 years old people. I have a driver's license. Not just for the bike. I have it for the car. So, it is 2 years ago, and there was this one evening, and I had my driver's license for 3 days. Means I was living on the streets. I could have easily wrote a rap song about it. I was a sweet kid, yes, really. And I was invited to my coach zone for my soccer team, and I was like putting my sunglasses on, waving with the car keys to my mouth. I was like, I'm on my way. And went to my car, opened the door, sit down like this, because I'm small. Not that small though, 160. And like, I put the music on just so loud that I could hear it, and the neighbor's baby woke up, and I went back, parked out a little bit faster than normal. It was a little bit harder. I don't know, I was confused, but I wasn't that impressed because I still made it. It wasn't that big of a deal. I was like, yes! Did it! I looked around, did the neighbor see that? I parked out. Shit, hell yeah. So then I drove a little bit to my hood, and there was a traffic light. It was red. And I stood there in front of the traffic light. I was like, that's the challenge. So I stopped, and it was red. It went yellow. Then there was adrenaline, and it was green. And I was like, okay, then are we prepared for that, alright? We did it in driving school so many times. That's the point. Let's go. So I was looking in the top mirror. No car. I was looking in the left mirror. No car. The view behind the shoulder. No car. Left mirror again, to make sure, you know, like, you never know. No car. Look in the right mirror. No mirror. Back. My car looked like fucking Vincent van Gogh. So I drove home, and my mom was waiting there in the parking lot next to my splintered, broken mirror like this. She was ready to beat me up. And so it was like, she was angry for like another 3 days until she came home with the other side of the car's mirror. She was like, and I was standing there like this, ready to beat her up. And she said, don't worry, honey, it's your dad's car. So, obviously, my dad and me had a little bit difficult time because he could easily get rid of my mom. They got divorced. Where I come from, it's a little bit harder because abortion is not allowed. Germany, not allowed. At least not if your kid is over 18 years old. So he found other ways to take his revenge of me, and he was like always preparing my meal for high school, right? I mean, who was 18? I was breakfast for myself, I don't know. So I opened my lunchbox in school, and there was this heart-shaped sandwich. I was like, yeah, thank you, Daddy. And I took a bite, and I was like, Nutella. And I'm like, with butter! What the fuck? Dad, out of everything you could have done to me, you put fucking Nutella? with butter on the sandwich. I mean, as you guys maybe know, not a picky eater, not at all. You know, eat everything. But there's borders. And if I be honest to myself, there's just a few things I really don't like. Avocado, aubergine, artichoke, alfalfa, bacon, beans, corn and cucumber, ducks and fish and everything that swims, except for shrimps. Just kidding, hate them. Garlic, goose and ginger ale, kiwi, kohlrabi, and of course, kale. What the fuck? Pineapples and pepperoni, sparrows, veggies, toboni, tomato spreads and sprouts, zucchini, and chibabchichi, to name just a few. I was like, so how can you not remember that? I don't like butter so much. How can you forget that? I'm an easy person. But I think my dad gets a little bit more forgetful over the time, you know, that parents get old. So I was like, okay, I have to prove it to myself a little bit. So I was like, hey Dad, do you know when my birthday is? And he was like, isn't it the 12th of October? And I was like, I was a little bit impressed that it was so fast. It was like directly, like out of pistol. I was like, but Dad, that's my brother's birthday. And I mean, yeah, we're twins, but the way he said it was like the father talks about his son voice, right? So I was like, okay, a little bit disappointed, right, you know, but it was fine, Don't blame my parents. Actually, they're pretty nice parents. Because when I came out to them, my mother was, she was like giving me a big hug, and she said, you know, honey, you can be everything you want in the world. It's okay. And I was like, hell no, I cannot be everything I want, because if I could be everything I want, I would be a fucking penguin with a baseball bat. So then I went to my room, and my dad came in, and he had this beautiful face on, you know, drank his heart in front of a mirror, and he was like, I heard about it, and I was like, yeah, like that. And he said, but you know what, don't mind. I could not stand another boy in this house, so it's fine. And then he was like, but what do you want on your sandwich tomorrow, you know, for school? I need that. I was like, yeah, you know, Nutella is fine. And then he left out of the room, and before he closed the door, he was like, with butter. And that was the first time I moved out. Thank you.